multiple-time major champion is one of the rarest things in our sport. Chris is making a dream a reality right now, playing this course phenomenally all week.
Two-time major champion, Mr. Chris Dickerson.
Can't imagine what's going through this kid's head right now.
His whole family's up here. It's a pretty special scene. In your home state, win a major championship.
First-time major winner, Isaac Robinson!
The story is this man, Andrew Presnell, has done.
Unbelievable.
Andrew Presnell!
Hello and welcome to the first major of the 2025 season, the PDGA Champions Cup presented by OTB and MVP Disc Sports. We are at Swenson Park in Stockton, California, and you're watching JomezPro with me, Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
BigSexyBarri, it's epic return.
We're back, all right.
We are back indeed. Yeah, it's great to be here. First time being back here personally in the last 3 years. And I'm so happy to see this course again and all the adjustments that they've made to make this place as major friendly as they could. I think the course is going to suit really well. I think it's going to score low as long as the temperature maintains right around where it's at and the wind kind of holds off and the weather holds off, which is what I think the forecast shows this week. There's only 3 holes playing over par this week, or so far on the first round. So it's actually a very scoreable course today.
It's going to start off here with Eagle McMahon, throwing a little side piece down the left side. This is a par 4, 688 in feet. Definitely the left side's what you want. You're going to see a couple people go right and then right again, but if you have 2 big sidearms, this is going to play well into your favor, which he does. And geez Louise, scare it, why don't ya?
Oh my goodness.
It's just a nice little check-in with Eagle. Spice it up with the little Eagle on hole 1.
Isn't it nice to see the McMahon forehand back, swinging?
The reigning Champions Cup champion, Andrew Presnell.
Presnell, what an incredible performance he put together last year at Northwood Black. Just relentless with his attack down the fairway, so straight and true. And really holding it together the final round. He had one moment where he putted out of bounds and lost his actual main putter and still maintained the poise and took home the trophy.
Iowa, Gannon, Buhr.
We've got this little 4 dishes next to the tee pad. That's the dirt from the 4 locations of the Champions Cup so far.
No kidding. How creative.
It is interesting. I wonder how sustainable it is, though. Like, think about 20, 30 years in the future. You got quite a lot of dirt to lug around.
I would be bummed out if I was like a little critter and I thought those were little bowls of
Sure.
Which is dirt.
Going third from Safety Harbor, Florida, Calvin Heimburg.
Gannon with a good tee shot. Really just have to put yourself in a comfortable spot to go forehand again for most of these guys.
Yeah, so far we've seen 2 sidearms. Now we're going to, and then a backhand low over on that right side. And Calvin's just going to go with a turnover. So you got options here.
Plays it to a similar spot, nice and wide. Out here swagged out with the strap down bucket cap and the reflective glasses.
Germany, Simon Lizotte.
I don't know what it is about Calvin that allows him to do that or literally anything, and it doesn't even make me
Doesn't
think.
matter.
It doesn't make me like, that looks weird. It's like, of course, that looks fine.
Calvin really.
Who else can do that? He's like he's a chameleon.
His wardrobe dynamic is boundless, endless.
A little early maybe on the flip, but safe.
Good luck, gentlemen. Have fun. Play well.
In the calm conditions, I think that's the real play. Is the roller can get really far up there, leave you a short distance. And this is the wide play. So he's covering out of bounds right now.
Yeah.
The whole way. So this can be pretty dangerous. But that's fantastic. Leaves him outside the circle.
You think
for
kind
the
of
birdie.
attacking with the cut roller, getting past that pinch point that's near the par 3 position.
Yep. Because there's really nothing left. So if you get something actually flippy enough, you can just rip it down that
heavy
left side.
cut and count on the flip.
Oh, Calvin.
Oh,
I thought that was a camera trick. I thought he'd already passed through that V in the tree, but a little bit too much height on his approach. Simon saves the forehands for the tournaments. He doesn't like to overly use it too much in practice, doesn't want to wear it down.
this is a far sidearm, honestly,
But
from where he was.
He's got a lot in the tank.
Yeah.
When he needs to tap into that forehand distance, he's got it. We've seen it plenty here at this course, actually. Remember a couple years ago in that par 4, he was getting up and down from 400 feet.
I've always said, as Gannon just turfs one, I've always said arm speed is arm speed. And it never made sense to me why a guy like Simon didn't have like a big booming forehand, right? Because and he's developed it. Because I think if you put in the time, if you throw fast on the backhand side, very, very likely that you're going to be able to deliver that speed on the other side.
I couldn't remember the hole. It was hole 1. That was the example that I was trying to get at. Calvin
Get you started from 70.
Goodness gracious.
We're at a major, I guess. Fantastic.
May as well find something from outside circle 2.
Gannon tried to do the same thing, pick up the birdie from the fairway. Calvin slams it home. What a way to start.
On the stripe.
That is something Calvin has improved vastly this year. His circle 2 putting has always been pretty dangerous. He's got that real heavy, it's a heavy putt, if that makes sense. It just carries with low ceiling. But he's made such a higher percentage of his inside the circle putts this season.
Great distance to get it started. If you can get this one to find home.
Oh, beautiful.
Sets you in the right mindset moving forward.
Good putting there for Calvin and Simon. And we're off.
This is just the 7th PDGA major in the Western United States in the history of disc golf. And it's the last time there was a major in California, 2011 Worlds in Santa Cruz. It's kind of crazy considering.
The 7th in the western half of the United States?
Ever. Like there's been 6 in Japan.
My goodness.
There's been 7 in the western part of the United States ever. I don't think it's anyone's fault, but I still think somehow it's criminal that we haven't been playing more times in
Sport
California.
Started here.
Where disc golf was born. So I think it's really cool that we have a big major back in California.
I'm just leading. Wow, you guys are.
You mentioned
You
that
just
in your
rolled
practice
right
round.
over the fact that I'm just
I'm
leading.
in
this.
first place, yeah.
When was this drone shot? This is
I think
gorgeous.
this is Halloween because you can see there's a lot of kind of ghost activity going on in the periphery out there.
This is cool.
Yeah, tell us about it, Nate.
Oh, yeah. This one used to be hole 18, hole 2 now, par 4. 668, new pin position here on the left side. It's like kind of a low tunnel double Mando drive. You need to probably bite off about 380 to 425 to put yourself in a position where you're going to be happy. See if Niklas can show us the way.
Just like a dream
Sure looks
scenario
like it.
for him, right?
Oh, yeah. All the way up past the corner.
Hmm.
Mid-range from there, one would expect.
Paul starting off with a bogey. He's been playing super well this season. Been knocking at the door. I think that's far enough to get around the corner on the second.
Certainly for this position. There's a ton of baskets moving at this tournament. So we're going to see a very different course come the weekend.
Okay.
But I think for this position,
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's straight ahead.
you certainly have less incentive to push the drive really deep.
That's
Well-
just to get Paul back to even.
Yeah, a little bounce back. And what a start to the season for Niklas Antal, already a 2-time winner. Incredible stuff from the young Finn.
I mean, just defending the title.
Mm-hmm.
I was thrilled to see that.
And did it in the most casual way where he just, his poise coming down the stretch is really something that up-and-coming disc golfers should study. The way he handles himself on the course really keeps him in it at all times.
Heavy on the hyzer. Should pump the brakes. Yeah. Wow. Really good.
Yeah, should be wide open to the basket from there.
What are we thinking? Like 320, right around there. 300.
Yeah, I probably would have guessed less than 320, but you're the one who was out on the course today. I'll defer to you.
Well, I know how far it plays from here. It plays about 150 feet.
yeah.
Around the corner, and it's like,
chip.
yeah, 220.
It is a lot wider, like the corridor to the green. Like you could kind of defend a play of like skipping one around the corner now from out of position. Where in the past, I think you would have been a fool to try to like get it into that little hallway of inbounds. Yeah. It's way more generous now.
Beautiful shot from Presnell. He's around the corner.
A little heavy on turn.
Yeah, overturned. Silky little deflection back into the fairway. And I think that distance he has from the bush line is going to give him a good angle.
Simon's got putter. It looks like an aggressive run-up.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I mean,
is that far enough?
He's safe.
Wow.
C2.
What an aggressive line with that low ceiling and to make the bend. Have to keep the nose up. Still got great flight around the corner. That was fantastic.
Yeah, this looks pretty dang good. Don't get behind that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
a
great.
Cute little bounce around that.
Just a Zuka changing station if you get tired.
What is that?
Yeah, there's just a cart right under there. You just pop it off and put your disc in.
Courtesy carts on the course.
Yeah,
That's next level.
It's like a take a cart, leave a cart thing.
Yeah.
Like you turn yours in if it has a flat tire or something.
Genuinely kind of a cool idea to have like on-course rental disc golf carts. Just how do they do those bike ones? They charge you by the distance, I guess? The ones that you see in the city?
I think it's time-based.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Well, the aggressive effort for Simon's second shot doesn't pay off, but he's rewarded with the easy birdie. Or par, excuse me.
Oh.
No wonder that didn't skip at all.
Are these ground squirrel holes? Is that
It's
what
like
these
a
are?
little foxhole, probably.
I think it could be either one of those things, but
They're quite prevalent out here.
okay.
Calvin, are you kidding me?
40. Well, 70, then a little 40.
110 feet of putts in the first two holes? Wow. Prezi gets it over the rim, and that's one under for him. So Simon's the only player that misses the birdie on two.
With Calvin, being famously stoic, making that 70, making that 40, just walking them both down. It makes me think, theoretically, on this next hole, how far would the putt have to be for him to make it and like not be able to control himself from kind of giving a little smirk and going like, what's going on?
The Michael Jordan turn to the
I think
camera
it
and
might have to be 110
shrug his shoulders
feet before he would kind of like show a little like, this is wild. I can't miss.
On the third shot, I don't think there's a distance on the third hole. I think he'd have to do it for 5 holes.
5 straight.
5 straight bombs before he
Before he's
finally
gonna
is just
act.
like, what's going on?
You might be right.
He's that stoic.
You might be right.
Hole 3, par 4, 744 feet. Fantastic hole here. You do have out of bounds down the left side the whole entire way, and you have some new little, I don't know, sticks that they planted and trees. They're guarded with some wire and stuff on the right, so the hyzer play is really kind of taken away. It's very tight. A lot of sidearms off the tee and rollers, but if you do get the roller too far left, those cars really come into play. And here's that's how that looks like a big gap, but it's really not. And it's very low ceiling.
That's just shaped perfect.
Yeah, and that's just,
The flip up was nice.
Yeah, walk up and place it right there.
And this is still a lot of distance to carry.
Yep, 370. Right around 370, I think.
That's a favorable roll, I think. Could potentially get into some pretty difficult putts back in there. You can see how thick that right side is.
Oh, Niklas drops it in. I think that's about the same spot that another Finn made a putt earlier in the day with Silva Saarinen, who's played a great first round.
So yeah, everything right here is just low ceiling. Easy to throw it into that branch that he barely missed or turf it. That's good.
That's a little short of Niklas's, yes?
I don't think so. I think that's
Not too short, okay.
Yeah. He got some turn on it, and he throws 97 miles an hour.
He rips them, man.
This is in danger of maybe being a little too far right, though it does skip pretty nicely. Kind of take your angle away as you move right.
Especially him not having the big forehand.
Yep.
Oh, there's those branches.
That's going to take birdie all the way out of play. There's no way from there.
A little too much flip on that one, too.
And no skip back.
Yeah, that's going to be real tough.
Yeah, a couple people going to be just playing the par game here, I think. I think you could get really crazy with a roller from, like, Simon's position, but with those cars over there and that OB so tight, I don't think it's worth it. And it's a tough hole.
Could be tricky there. Kind of into the bush a little bit.
Looks like he is going with the roller.
Oh, wow. I don't think this is going to... No, it flexes out. It doesn't even get to a roll.
I'm not convinced it was supposed to be a
Yeah.
roller, but it definitely...
Oh, really?
It definitely hit the branches.
Yeah.
But I think he might have been just trying to do
Flex it.
kind of a big version of what he did on the last
The
hole.
last
like
hole,
a
yeah.
Sustained turn. Either way, out of bounds now.
Calvin's got this
Not
turning
gonna
nicely.
hold.
But, yeah, you're right. It's not going to... Okay, well... Okay.
We have a
He's
chance.
far enough away.
He makes this, he's gonna smile and stuff.
We'll have to wait and see.
We kind of gave up on Prez, but he's
Yeah, he's
kind of in the best position.
better spot than I gave
Yeah.
him credit for
And
for
look at
sure.
that
And look at that
Angle control.
slide.
Just perfect.
Whoa.
He is so good at getting the disc to land flat at distance. Really has a good stability for each shot in his bag, catered to his proficient backhand.
Really good.
Yeah, good recovery.
Simon will have to settle for the bogey. And do we get fireworks? Does lightning strike 3 times?
Get in.
That wouldn't have been in for a basket that was cut into the ground. Well, maybe. Look where it is. It's right by the basket. It might have slid in.
There you go, Prez.
I think maybe that's a play. Oh, beautiful birdie. You think that maybe is a play from Calvin to avoid having to react to the
Yeah.
camera? You know, it's like slow down a little.
He doesn't want to.
I don't want to have to put on a
excited.
big show for everybody. Let me just slide one up. Par's not going to kill me.
Nothing on the front 9 plays over par. The 3 holes that play over par all in the back 9. So that's really, the front 9 is where you got to get things going on this course. Start sending a statement. Eagle McMahon, sending a statement. A few other players also, all tied at 3 under.
And this will be an approach shot he'll remember for a long, long time.
Course record, title. This may be the best day of Ezra Robinson's life.
The legacy of the Robinson brothers grows today.
Your Supreme Flight Open champion and first time Elite Series winner, Ezra Robinson.
Hole 4, par 3, 333 feet. Kind of an interesting double mando. One a little bit earlier on the right side, another one later in the hole on the left. Tight gap in the end and really forcing a very straight shot. A little bit of low ceiling concern as well.
Checking in with Paul here. Macbeth. Gets the turn.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
I was tight to that right side, but in the end, it is in the bullseye perfection.
really underrated tough get. Very tight gap. 2 trees on opposite sides. One's closer, so it makes the angle just really tough. See the straight flip up like Paul did, and this is what happens if you pull it a little bit. I have seen the flex play too. Barely make the mandatory, pull it over to the right and have it flex back, but then you're really bringing that mandatory
Yeah,
into
that's
play.
scary. You have to be really confident with that Anheuser release to take it that close to the Mando.
Calvin, same thing. Without the big kick.
Well, this tree on the left too, right away, it doesn't fit the eye for a righty. Actually seen a lot of sidearms on this one, just to kind of get it over there to 40.
Mm-hmm.
And going with that flex play.
That's a good commitment. At the very least, just committing to that line as close as he is to that mandatory tree it's tough to do.
Those logs are going to be the weekend location, so Gannon would like to repeat that shot Saturday and Sunday.
Here's another one of those flex plays, and this is going to be
Yeah.
pretty dang good.
Opportunity for bounce back for Simon.
Travel. Oh. Sure you won't have any problems with that, right? Oh,
A little bit of meat left in the bone for Andrew.
I think for Calvin too.
That's great height. Great height out of the hand.
Buckets.
Zap job.
Yeah, that's a snappy one.
Slower putt, I think, than last year. I've noticed with him.
Yeah, solid. Keeps a good start alive. 2 under through 4. Not bad. Not losing much ground. I think the pace you want on the front 9 is that 5 to 6 under range on a day like today.
No, you'd be doing cartwheels.
Yeah, that's a great round, but that's what you have to do at a major. Wind's not too crazy today.
I know you're saying that the front 9's playing easier, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the back 9 is way more scoreable.
Okay. Well, I mean, part of that I think is when you play the harder holes and you get through them well, you're scoring in a more significant way than
Sure.
by just keeping up with the birdie race.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, not a lot of trouble on the front nine as far
Right.
as big numbers go.
You get to 12, you start getting some
Yeah.
big numbers. Big numbers.
Jeez, talk about a big one, Jerm. What do you think?
Well, I'm the big guy. This is a big hole, 1,171 feet. You got to get either down the gap with the roller or try to cut one out into the fairway and just set yourself up for a big boom and second shot to get around the corner again. And then you're left with, hopefully, somewhere in the 400 to 330 range, depending on how the first two shots went. Protected with a couple of beautiful trees. Adam Hammes, also a player having an incredible early season, off to a good start, 3 down through 4. It does not get past the protective tree. But that just sets up that.
Great putt.
He's been in the pocket for the majority of the season. He is really figuring out his game. And so is this guy. I mean, like, it's a weird thing to say about arguably the greatest player to ever play the sport of disc golf. But, you know, I mean, with injuries in the past and becoming a new father and having other things, or the Macbeth Foundation, there's so many things that he puts his time and energy into that disc golf hasn't been the singular one focus. And I think that part of that is why we haven't seen him win tournament, or not a single Elite Series win last year.
Yeah. And only one in 2023.
He basically said all of that, and his roller never stopped during the whole entire.
It was
ascent.
incredible.
He put so much cut angle on it.
It's fun to say. I think Macbeth he's playing like the Macbeth that I
There he
remembered
is.
in the mid 20 teens era. You know, maybe even late mid 20 teens.
Actually surprised to see these guys go with the air shot off the tee. The roller gets you so far.
Yeah,
Not a lot of trouble.
We asked him about it in the practice round. He said that he was going to go roller on this hole, and I guess he decided to change it up here.
It's the second shot, at least, for Gannon that has run into some height issues.
Simon gets away with that miss. Extra probably 200 feet from where it could have been. There's only a few players who can get away with hitting a little bit and then having chance at birdie on this one, because the green just plays so far.
Yeah.
Like from Prez to get over the green, it's going to be well over 30 feet probably, and pretty significant wind out there.
So it is gusting a little.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing that's why they didn't go roller. I wish we could find some flags to see.
Yeah, I'm kind of judging off the trees, which are pretty heavy-leaved, heavy-branched trees, so I'm not seeing too much movement. But
See when he throws, the chalk's going to come off. Oh, not enough. He is going roller, though.
does go air shot roller, and this seems to be doing what it's supposed to do.
Gotta watch out for those
Oh.
bushes. Those are pesky over there.
Yeah. It's pretty
Good.
well done, I
Yeah,
think.
good late curl to get away from the tree, the bush line. Good distance as well. This seems like an awkward place for Simon.
I think good distance again.
And
Just
flex-
don't know if he's tucked up against that tree.
Mm.
And it doesn't look like Prez is trying to get over the green. Goes to the side of it.
That's going to be a long third shot.
Mm-hmm.
Low ceiling, protected, the whole nine.
See ya.
Oh, man.
Oh, buddy.
What? That is
Just 200 past the green.
boomed.
Pin
Doesn't
high.
make a lot of sense, yeah.
I'm not even totally sure what the angle's going to look like.
Good, great skip. Good skip. Keep on skipping.
Yeah, would have loved to get a little sidewalk action there, but decent effort from probably 480.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's a tough run up.
You're just kind of crossing your fingers with that one. I mean, that was a great directional shot, just not quite able to navigate the ceiling as well.
Tree right there just eats a lot of really good shots in.
Gets everything.
Yeah.
You only have about 4 to 5 feet kind of going right at that tree as far as height goes to get under it.
Oh, what a dud skip that was for Gannon. It was a great shot. Only left with 34 feet.
Look how close Calvin is.
I just was amazed that I could just see the bottom of his foot on the follow-through of his release there. Just, the man does not have the same bones in his ankles that I do. I'm convinced of it. They're rubber. They have to be.
Is this one eagle?
I don't think
It would
so.
have to, something crazy
I
would
don't
have
think
to.
so. Because Calvin just went 2 big ones, and he's still like hundreds of feet
Okay.
away. I mean,
You know, that being
like
said,
Simon roller or something, maybe, but yeah, I don't think we're going to see it.
Landon Sides begs to differ. 320-foot throw-in for the eagle.
That is cool. I mean,
so eagleable,
yeah.
yes.
Nate, you just need to have better imagination.
I'm rusty, man. I haven't been in the game, you know.
Great putt there from Gannon. Circle's edge.
Calvin putt's looking good. Great birdie. I mean, that hole looked way too easy.
Too easy. That third shot was just a nothing shot.
Now, when I say that these holes play under par, that is true, but so many of them are .06, 0.09, 0.07, so they play pretty close to par. So it's a little deceiving that you're not seeing that plus number that this produces more bogeys than birdies. But a lot of holes like this that are good gets, but still the hole does play under par collectively for the field.
It's a tough bogey, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a tough bogey. You're going to have to mess up, I feel like, around the green or around a little baby upshot or something.
Because it doesn't really have that much OB, which I
Just the
think
green.
is kind of fun. I mean, it allows for us to see Calvin push it so big. Triple Mando here, 353 feet, swinging right. The Mando is about 180 feet off the tee, about 22 feet wide. So it's daunting.
Tough. Yeah. Niklas keeps that low, controls the angle through the gap, gets the skip to about 50 feet. Oh, what on earth was that?
And after, remember the putt on
Oh.
hole 3 when he hit the band and it dropped?
Yeah.
The baskets are with him today.
Oh, my goodness. That
See,
was
there's
as
some-
long of a wiggle as you're going to see.
And he's got a little smile. Come on, Cal.
yeah.
Give us a little something. Yes. Do this. Ooh, with a little help.
Yeah, a little pro topspin.
Ooh.
Well, things are going to get real tough from there.
Cameraman almost got a little roller back somewhere there.
That is a Mando miss. Flipped over a little bit for Simon.
Jerm, are more people making this than missing?
remember people making this than missing. What?
Are more people making the Mando rather
Oh.
than missing the Mando? Sorry, yeah, I went into lazy talk there as Presnell shapes this beautifully.
Yeah, this
That's
is just
tough
not a
backhand.
Not a backhand hole at all. That was pretty incredible.
Hey, Jerm, what about this hole?
Yeah, what about it? Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Look at this. He's still got to go through the mandatory.
tricky.
Whoa,
Fantastic.
the bouncer.
Awkward angle.
A U-turn.
Yeah.
He's done it. Incredible triple skip.
Well,
So I'm just talking like OB strokes.
yeah, I'm trying to find that OB. What are we?
Prez.
Oh, that hurts after the beautiful backhand
Yeah.
through.
There's no way this is true. I'm only seeing 5 OBs in this hole. There's no way that only 5 people missed the mandatory.
2 people on my card did.
Yeah, I feel like
One
that's got to
person
be
on
incorrect.
this card did.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're almost accounting for all of it already.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it averages under par tells me that certainly more people are making the Mando than missing it. But
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet you a lot of people are missing it.
Well, I mean, we had 22% of the field with, or 24% of the field with bogey or bogey plus.
Yeah, and you could basically count all of those as
Yeah.
missed Mandos.
Yeah, so that's got to be, 24 people with bogeys. So I'm guessing that's probably how many people missed the mandatory.
Still a lot of people making the Mando.
If Calvin makes this, what a par save.
When he makes it,
digging
he
deep.
doesn't really miss right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's he goes back to that spot. He's not getting closer. Throwing it again.
No.
I don't think you put the best forehand player or the best lefty in the world. They're getting much closer than that. That's pretty much as good as you can do. And Gannon kind of quietly 4 under, tied for the lead with 10 people, 9 people.
Hi, what's up guys? It's Paul. I'm here to tell you that today's video is sponsored by Vessi. Some of my favorite features that Vessi gives you is they are waterproof, not water resistant, waterproof. Big difference there, keep your foot completely dry. Of course, when you find a shoe, you want comfort. That's exactly what Vessi gives you. It's the most comfortable shoe that I've ever played in. When we're playing on the tour, we're playing a lot of rounds. We're covering a lot of ground. So you need to make sure that you have a comfortable shoe, and that's exactly what Vessi gives you. So you have comfort, they're also waterproof, but the most important part about having a great shoe on tour is the grip. These work well on concrete, turf, fairway, bad situations. Best grip that I've ever had as far as a shoe goes. I started wearing Vessi Stormburst this year. I absolutely fell in love with them. You can get them in the high top, the low top. Like I said already, that the grip is fantastic and they look pretty cool too. If you want to give Vessi a shot, you can get 15% off your first order. All you have to do is go to vessi.com/JomezPro. That's vessi.com/JomezPro for 15% off.
Hole 7, par 4, 760 feet. Basket position that you may recognize from past years, but we're playing from what is usually the women's tee as a par 5. So for these first 2 days, it'll be a men's par 4, 760. Bit of a gap to hit. Want to work the disc left, probably, ideally, to give yourself kind of the most open line. Big forehand plays great as a second shot or kind of a turnover into the hill. There is OB about 15-20 behind the basket.
That's how you want to do it.
Is that a little straight?
I feel like more left would be
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. You
that's
want it
almost how you
going
wanna do it.
left.
I don't think it's bad. I just think the perfect drive is swinging left a little bit more.
Right.
And it's not, the perfect drive is not doing that.
No. It's getting a lot of distance. He'll have something, but
Low ceiling.
really, really kind of tucked up. The basket's really tucked up into the green, and the woods kind of start on the right side the whole way to the hole. This, if it yeah, this is good. Prez will now have a lot more available to him as far as shot options from that spot. Also going kind of straight.
Big distance. But yeah, it's going to be having to navigate a few trees on the way to the green.
Yeah, see how over left here you have all this
Yeah.
room above the tree line to work the disc, and this flexes.
A great angle.
Oh, it's flexing.
Great
oh,
angle. Prezi.
that's 430 from the pin right there.
Fantastic shot.
Shots like that will get you a Champions Cup title.
Yeah, and out here, you're going to have to throw that shot a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, he's got the option of the big booming sidearm.
Well,
Not a lot of people have that option over
yeah.
there.
It's well done. It's a bit short,
That's so far.
but he's been putting well so far today. Simon's going to have to go pretty creative here. Gives it decent height. Does it have enough stability to get the full flex?
Really good.
Yeah, it
That's-
sure does.
That's what he was trying to do on 2.
Okay.
That's the same disc,
Okay.
same shot.
Just
kinda
lower,
shape.
like
Right.
a lower version.
I think
yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah. He didn't have all that height available to him there.
Oh, Calvin's just got the most comfortable Florida shot left for him. Just a low ceiling zipper. Ah,
I think we'll see them make the correction tomorrow and move farther left.
up. Got pretty aggressive for a green that's a little scary, but doesn't get punished too badly.
Now, this next putt that Calvin has gets harder when you make a mistake like that. Typically
Yeah, I
just a
agree with
tap
that.
in, but after you make a mistake,
There's like a
plays
little
tougher.
drop in confidence that comes from something like that.
For sure, headwind as well. You see how Gannon absolutely slammed his.
Whoa.
there you go.
Commentator awareness there. Yeah, that's a tough one. Tough bogey to take for Calvin.
You never could even understand how that'd be possible. Seeing the drive chew up a lot of distance, you think
Correct.
surely not. But disc golf can be cruel that way sometimes.
And Calvin, with the bogey, will be the only player on our card not walking away with the birdie on 7.
It's funny how a little mistake will do that to you, too, because he's putting fantastic, and then the only one that gets away, the dumbest mistake ever, you would never think. Then you step up. Of course the win starts because you didn't give it your full best effort, and now you're like sitting there like, why do I
This
have
is my
this?
immediate
Yeah.
punishment.
What have I
I
done?
deserve this.
Yeah, exactly. And they just get away from you. I don't know. I don't know why it works like that.
Just does, man. Andrew Miranda up there with Cole Rodolin and Adam Hammis and Gannon Buhr, all playing very well.
I just think mistakes, especially surprising ones, kind of crack the door open to this dark place where your mind kind of goes like, if I can screw that up, what else can I screw up? And then you're standing over the putt, right? It's like it just cracks in your
Yeah,
confidence.
then it's your turn.
Yeah, and you're just like, well, I had no idea I could put it straight into a branch, and then you just start to question everything.
And then you watch Gannon rip it in there at 92 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Macbeth, after the bogey on 1, rattled off 5 straight birdies and is coming off a par heading into hole 8, left with this 35-footer elevated basket.
Give me that.
Ooh-wee. That was pleasant. Soft, but like direct
I think it was perfect.
and
Yeah,
pretty much perfect.
Perfect is the word. A little bit of flip.
Typically means deep, right?
Yeah. Well, it does in this case. That might be an unmakeable putt. Are those oak trees in the green?
Yeah.
That is a big oak in his way.
Let's keep up there.
That oak will not be in Andrew's way, but he's got about, it looked like around 40 feet left to the pin.
This just needs to stay over the grass. All that long grass is out of bounds.
Perfect. Wow. What a branch. Might have gone in without it, though.
Did you guys see that? I'm sure you did on Instagram. Aderhold practice ace on this thing.
No, I didn't see that yet.
Oh my goodness!
I'll pull it up.
After this lands, I'll tell you the story quickly.
Well, wasn't this one just going?
That would be
Whoa.
cool. Just cruising on through. He threw. There was like volunteers marking the circle, and the guy's got his hands all up in the chains with the 10-meter string around the pole. He throws it up. It's turning over too much. It kicks off a tree, dead centers the pole with no chains while the dude's hands are in the chains.
Oh.
And it aced.
Oh, man. And Gannon does manage to find a run from a very blocked location. Gives it a good effort.
The fact that it even came close on that putt is crazy.
And Andrew also comes up a bit short.
Yeah, that looked good from Andrew. I thought that was just going to coast right in there.
He
Yeah.
finds a puddle.
Yeah, it must be like a broken pipe or something.
Interesting. Calvin with the comebacker to bounce back and just an inch too high. Good commitment on the height on the elevated basket. Simon is the only player profiting from hole 8. A good hole for spectators, a pretty common pinch point for people coming out and watching this incredible disc golf event here in Stockton, California.
Yeah, quite a few holes kind of wrapping around this area, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What do they call it? The Fox Den, or is that somewhere else?
think
That's a different place.
I think they're calling that middle area Pirate Island.
Pirate Island. That's
Pirate
right.
Island.
Okay. Forgive me, but they're awesome.
They're trying to turn it into a thing. It's becoming a thing. And I like that each place and pocket around the country is having its own thing. They want to join in with the 8 holes and the 5 Hive over there in Des Moines and
They must love Ezra.
hole 16 at Emporia and all the others.
Hole 9, par 4, 828. You'd like to throw a low driven shot that moves very left to give yourself this open look up to the basket. You got the hazard bunker, you got the out of bounds green, and then the basket up on top of the little knoll. A lot of distance to cover. See if these guys can throw a drive that puts them in position.
I'll tell you how hard this hole is. I don't know how many times I've played this tournament, but I've played it a bunch. Probably as many times as it's really been a thing.
Yeah.
This hole's been here almost every time. I will say probably every time. I've birdied it one time. That's probably in practice, in tournament, that's probably over 30-something times.
Yeah.
It's
Something like that.
It's like hole 13 in Maple Hill for me. It's just like,
Yeah.
it just has had my number since 2009.
No, it's not my number. I just can't birdie. It's really far.
How is
Yeah.
that not the same?
Well, because you could for sure birdie 13.
Oh, you're saying you just can't do it.
Yeah, I'm
oh, yeah.
just-
No, I certainly can birdie hole
Yeah,
13.
he's
I
not-
just
I'm
don't
saying
ever.
I
Yeah. Yuli's not saying that he is bad.
yeah, no, I'm
He's
saying this
saying
hole is very,
that
very
it's far.
hard. It's very, it
Okay,
plays
I'm with you.
super
Or we're
hard.
kind of coming back and saying, Maple Hill, you're just bad.
I'm just bad. Yeah. Paul's not bad.
He's
Jeremy-
not bad.
Jeremy
He's just
I'm birdieing
physically, he's just
13
limited
all the time.
physically.
Got it.
I can't remember last time. You didn't get 13 at Maple?
Everybody's throwing the perfect drive.
Yes, these guys are all going
They're all launching it right to the spot.
Even Prez? Yes. No.
Down short of the green and safe.
Yeah.
So no harm done really. Didn't ever get it up in the air.
I mean,
Oh, that's
I mean,
fantastic.
calm down.
Yeah.
That's what dreams are made of for me, right there.
Playing as the 6th easiest hole on the course.
Said no one ever. Saved the world.
Said only the statistics.
Yeah, there's probably not a lot of bogeys because nobody gets there. So you have 200 to 150 feet into a green.
Did Gannon just go like
Really right.
Whoa.
Really right. Just flipped.
right, not necessarily
A
way
little
past the
long,
basket.
maybe.
A
But
little long. Okay.
Yeah. On the live coverage, when they were lining up these shots, there was like a stalled golf cart from some of the the volunteers, and I guess Calvin goes a little long, right in their way. A couple guys are trying to push it. Calvin just casually walked over, like touched it for 1 second, switch, and then it allowed it. It's like the most Florida thing ever. He just like repaired it. He was like, "Oh, you just need to move this," and he just like walked over there and moved the thing, and then they pushed the golf cart out of the way. It's like,
37% of people in Florida live on a golf course.
Yeah, of course
so
he
it
knows
is-
exactly how to move a stalled golf cart. He saved the day.
Was it like in his way or something?
It was in their way,
Oh,
and
wow.
and he just was like, "Hey, you got to switch it over to." And he just fixed it.
It's the same reason, like, I'm from North Carolina. I have never made moonshine, but I know how to. It's just, it comes with the territory. I have no interest in it.
I'm from Arizona, and I thought moonshine for the longest time was something that you like clean your sneakers with.
You can, actually.
Really?
Actually, it's a great cleaner.
Oh, well, there you go. I was right.
Good birdie from Simon.
Good par. Yeah, so give me the rundown. How many birdies, Jerm? I get that it's the
I don't want
easiest
you to
hole.
know, honestly, but I'll tell Nate. There were 27 birdies, Nate.
Oh, well, that's still not a lot.
Well, it's kind of a lot for a hole that's proclaimed to be so difficult.
Guys throw so far though. You can see with those drives. I mean, all
Yeah.
of them were kind of in position.
Yeah, they could have done things.
Wow.
All right, I'm getting it
Paul.
tomorrow.
There
6
you go.
under.
I believe that.
Cole Rodolin 6 under. Andrew Miranda 6 under. His first event of the season, a player who started to show up a little bit last year. Definitely a young player to watch out for in California.
His first Elite Series, anyway.
Yes, that's what I mean.
played
His
some
first
events,
event
yeah.
on tour this season.
Yes.
But yeah, Macbeth, after the early bogey on 1, goes on to birdie 7 holes on the front 9 to lead the way with 2 others. Incredible.
Just getting started here in Stockton. It's a good one. Looking forward to seeing the back 9. As you guys said, it's a little more. I feel like there's more signature holes on the back 9. It's attackable, but there's some really, really famous and difficult holes. See how these guys get through it.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to mess him up, and some people are going to do great and awesome things. That's what happens on Jomez. Like and subscribe. That's
I was
the one
going to say,
thing.
this
Yeah.
is something that Nate
Yeah.
doesn't know. This is what we do now.
Oh,
And a lot of you guys did, but a lot of you guys also didn't do it when it was just Paul and I. Now that Nate's here, Nate, why don't you give it a shot?
you like to like and subscribe?
Yeah. They don't listen to us.
They don't do it?
Well, some do, but
That's insane.
give it a shot.
Yeah. Like first. If you need a drink, you need a break after that, do what you need to do. Come back, then you subscribe. Then you can go to bed. Easy as that.
Back 9 coming right up.